Deciphering the Sigma archetype has been quite the challenge, with many trying and few actually nailing it. It's like cracking a secret code known only to a select few. Legend has it those who embody this archetype are basically walking brains, sporting an IQ that's above the norm. What sets them apart? Well, it's their insatiable hunger for knowledge, driven by an unstoppable curiosity that could rival a cat's. These folks are like information sponges, soaking up every tidbit of wisdom they stumble upon. Now, Sigma men, oh, they're a special breed. You'll often catch them lost in thought for hours, pondering life's mysteries like why socks disappear in the laundry or if aliens prefer pizza or tacos. Their knack for deep thinking boosts their intuition to superhero levels. Plus, they're big on self-reflection, always pondering the meaning of life while sipping their morning coffee. These independent thinkers, they ain't about that follow-the-crowd life. Nope, they prefer to dance to their own beat, strutting to the rhythm of their own drum. Conforming to societal norms? Nah, that's not their style. They'd rather trust their own gut than the latest trend. So what makes them tick? Here are 10 sneaky habits that showcase the unbridled brainpower of a Sigma. But hey, good luck trying to keep up. So brothers, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support means a lot to me. Number 1. You face difficult questions head-on. Ever met someone who makes you rethink your entire existence? Well, congratulations. You might have just bumped into a Sigma personality. These folks have a knack for throwing curveball questions that'll have you scratching your head and Googling for answers at 3 a.m. They're like the Sherlock Holmes of interrogators, boldly diving into the deep end of complex problems without a life jacket. Sigma men? Oh, they're like human Sherlock Holmes, but without the deerstalker hat. They're always watching, analyzing, and dissecting human behavior like it's a science experiment gone wild. And forget about following the crowd. They'd rather start their own parade, thank you very much. Their questions? Oh boy, get ready to have your brain cells do the cha-cha. They're not about the small talk. They dive straight into the deep end of ethics and philosophy, poking holes in widely accepted beliefs like they're Swiss cheese. And let's not forget the debates. Oh, the debates. Sigma men are like the referees of intellectual boxing matches, encouraging everyone to throw their mental gloves into the ring. But hey, amidst all the chaos, they're just trying to make sense of this crazy world we live in. So next time a Sigma hits you with a brain-bending question, just grab some popcorn and enjoy the mental workout. Who needs Sudoku when you've got a Sigma on the loose? Number 2, you demonstrate exceptional skills in critical thinking. Have you ever met someone who can sniff out BS like a bloodhound? Well, that's the kind of talent we're talking about when we mention exceptional critical thinking skills. And guess what? Sigma men have got it in spades. These guys aren't just armchair philosophers. They're like the Sherlock Holmes of dissecting ideas and arguments. They've got a natural curiosity that rivals a cat with a laser pointer, always poking and prodding at things to see what makes them tick. And forget about taking things at face value. They'd rather do a deep dive into the rabbit hole to uncover the truth. But here's where it gets really interesting. They've got an eye for detail sharper than a samurai sword. They can spot inconsistencies and biases from a mile away, like they've got a built-in truth detector. And when it comes to forming opinions, they're like sculptors chiseling away at marble, carefully crafting their viewpoints with precision and finesse. And don't even get me started on their debate skills. These guys could argue their way out of a paper bag and leave you questioning your own existence in the process. But hey, it's all in good fun, right? Because at the end of the day, they're just trying to make the world a little bit smarter, one critical thought at a time. Number 3, you effortlessly understand concepts without exerting too much. You must have experienced those moments where you just get something without really knowing why. Well, welcome to the world of Sigma men. They're like the Jedi masters of intuition. These guys have a sixth sense that would make Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense jealous. They can sniff out subtle vibes and read between the lines like it's nobody's business. It's like they've got a built-in truth serum, cutting through the BS with laser precision. And let's talk about their observation skills for a sec. These guys are like human CCTV cameras, capturing every detail and nuance around them. They don't miss a beat. Whether it's a raised eyebrow or a flicker of hesitation, they see it all. But here's the kicker. They trust their gut more than a psychic at a fortune-telling convention. When it comes to making decisions, they're all about that instinctual vibe. And you know what? It usually pays off big time. But it's not all serious business with these guys. They've got a curious streak wider than the Grand Canyon, always thirsty for knowledge and understanding. They're like perpetual students of life, constantly seeking to broaden their horizons and deepen their insights. So yeah, next time you're in a pickle and need some sage advice, just look for the guy who's quietly sipping his coffee in the corner. Chances are he's a Sigma man, and he's already 3 steps ahead of everyone else. At number 4, you have a passion for learning new things and continuously strive to expand your knowledge. Always thirsty for new knowledge, huh? Well, you might share that thirst with Sigma guys, but they take it to a whole new level. Their curiosity knows no bounds. They're like sponges soaking up everything they can about the world around them. While others might be caught up in social status games, Sigma males are all about personal growth and expanding their minds. They're not just passive learners, they're voracious readers, dedicated researchers, and lifelong students. Books, seminars, online courses, you name it, they're into it. And forget about sticking to one narrow field. Sigma guys are interested in everything from tech to art, always ready to dive into new areas of knowledge. For them, learning isn't just a phase, it's a lifelong adventure. If you're not keeping up, you'll find yourself left in their dust. Before we proceed, I invite you to subscribe to our channel for additional thought-provoking content. Perhaps you've been tuning in but haven't quite clicked that subscribe button yet. It would truly make a difference to us, and it's as easy as a simple click. Join our community of like-minded people like yourself. Thank you for your support. Moving on. Number 5. You think innovatively and creatively, pushing boundaries in a significant manner. Picture this. You're mulling over whether to hit the snooze button or leap out of bed like a caffeinated squirrel on a mission. Now that might seem like a tough decision, but compared to a Sigma man, you're about as decisive as a squirrel at a nut convention. These guys don't just flip a coin and hope for the best. Oh no. They break out the spreadsheets, conduct a SWOT analysis, and maybe even consult the stars for good measure. Every decision is like a high-stakes game of chess, with them meticulously plotting their next move. And emotions, please. They're about as useful to them as a chocolate teapot. Sigma men are like robots, programmed for logic and reason, never letting feelings cloud their judgment. It's all about cold, hard facts and a dash of intuition thrown in for good measure. Sure, some might mistake their cautious approach for indecisiveness, but these guys are just playing the long game. They'd rather take their time and get it right than rush in like a bull in a china shop and end up with egg on their face. So next time you're faced with a tough decision, take a leaf out of the Sigma man's book. Because let's face it, if you're not thinking things through like them, you might as well be playing Russian roulette with a Nerf gun. Number 6, taking responsibility for your mistakes is not a big deal for you. So owning up to your mistakes isn't a big deal for you? Well, Sigma guys take that to a whole new level. They've got this mindset that sees making mistakes as just part of the learning process. Unlike most folks who dodge responsibility, these guys step up and take full ownership of their actions. They're not afraid to admit when they've messed up. In fact, they see it as a chance to grow and learn. Their humility and willingness to learn from their slip-ups make them rock solid and dependable. For Sigma men, admitting a mistake isn't a sign of weakness. It's a chance to get better. They're always looking for lessons in every misstep, using them to level up and become even more awesome than before. It's this attitude that sets them apart as truly exceptional individuals, constantly striving to be the best they can be. Number 7. You prefer to have a strategic plan in place. You're all about having a solid game plan, right? Well, Sigma guys are the kings of strategy. They're the ones who climb the ladder at work by carefully plotting their moves. Their approach is all about logic and reason, not spur-of-the-moment decisions. They're big on planning, meticulously weighing their options before making a move. This careful strategy helps them dodge risks and make smart choices, upping their chances of success. Having a plan isn't just about feeling in control for them, it's about getting stuff done. It gives them the confidence to tackle any challenge head-on, knowing they've got a roadmap to follow. Sure, they hate surprises, but that doesn't mean they're inflexible. These guys are pros at rolling with the punches, adapting their strategy on the fly if they need to. They've got the smarts to handle whatever curveballs life throws their way. Number 8. You excel at adapting to changes and navigating new circumstances. You know those moments when everything seems to be up in the air and everyone else is scrambling to keep up? That's where Sigma men shine. They're like masters of chaos, thriving in the midst of uncertainty and change. They're not the type to rely on society's rules or follow the crowd. Instead, they embrace the unknown, using it as fuel for their fire. These guys march to the beat of their own drum, trusting their instincts above all else. Being alone doesn't faze them. If anything, it sharpens their critical thinking skills. When faced with a new challenge, they're like quick-thinking ninjas, able to size up the situation and adapt on the spot. And they're not afraid to admit when they don't have all the answers. In fact, they see every experience as a chance to learn and grow. Change? Bring it on. Risk? They'll take it head on. In a world that's always shifting, Sigma males are like the apex predators, ready to conquer whatever comes their way. Number 9. You make thoughtful decisions with careful consideration. You might pride yourself on being a careful decision maker, but Sigma men take it to a whole new level. These guys are like decision-making ninjas, meticulously analyzing every angle before they commit to anything. Emotions and outside pressures? Nope, not for them. They're all about cold, hard logic and objectivity. They trust their own judgment above all else. Unaffected by what anyone else might think, they're like Sherlock Holmes, gathering every piece of evidence before they make a move. Sure, some might see them as indecisive, but really they're just being cautious. And that caution pays off big time. Their well-thought-out decisions are like fortresses built on a foundation of sound logic and careful analysis. When the going gets tough, you want a Sigma man by your side. They're not just reliable, they're downright indispensable. If you're not thinking things through like they do, well, you're just inviting trouble. Number 10. You're super curious about the world. You're not just someone who casually skims the surface of things. You're like a truth-seeking missile, always hungry for a deeper understanding. Sigma men take curiosity to a whole new level. They're like detectives of life, constantly digging for answers and unraveling mysteries. They're not satisfied with just scratching the surface. They want to dive deep into the heart of every problem and question everything. Their keen observation skills help them soak up info from all over, leading them to challenge the status quo and dig into the roots of societal norms. But it's not just about facts and figures for them. They're fascinated by the complexity of human nature, eager to understand what makes people tick. Whether it's through listening intently or quietly observing, they're experts at getting to the core of who someone really is, forming genuine connections along the way. Their curiosity isn't just a passing phase. It's a driving force that keeps them constantly pushing boundaries and expanding their horizons. They're deep thinkers who never settle for easy answers, always striving to see the world from new angles. In a world where most people are content to stay in their comfort zones, Sigma men stand out as relentless seekers of knowledge and understanding. Your support is invaluable to us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Let's persist in our pursuit of wisdom and self-discovery together. Stay safe, stay authentic. Until we meet again, bye for now, and may you be blessed.